Hi guys, this is my mini presentation on consonants and vowels of Piki. So brief reintroduction, Piki is a Afro-Caribbean English Lexicon Creole language spoken on the island of Bioko in Equatorial Guinea. So it's a very small language, very small island, but nevertheless a very important one, and it is a pidgin language, which means its foundation is based a lot in English, and it does have a lot of Spanish influence, which makes it more of a Creole language as well. Consonants of Piki in introduction. So Jacopo does start off by saying that there's a maximal 22 phonemes within Piki in its consonants, and we'll go into a little bit more depth about that here. He does provide a very well-detailed chart here, a consonant chart, where you can see that all six categories of consonants are used. So we have stops, fricates, fricatives, nasal, liquid, and approximates. So we have, let me count really here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 stops, 2 fricates, and 5 fricatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 nasals and 1 liquid, 2 approximates. A lot of these are going to be differentiated as phonemes based on positional variation and voiceless and voiced. So for example, p and b, those are its own sounds, despite the fact that they're both stops. So the position of p and b might both be bilabial, but b is voiced. So that's how he kind of sets out to differentiate how these sounds are different within Piki. So that's just one example of it. And then I do want to talk a little about these two right here, the kp and gb. I'm not sure if I'm saying those correctly, but I thought they were really interesting because that's not something that we have in English and something more unique to Piki. They are two voiced and voiceless labiovelar plosives, and they're marginally phonemic and only occur in a handful of ideophones. Ideophones are really cool because they bring up ideas just based on the sound. That's my basic understanding of it, but I just thought that was something interesting to share with you guys. And then these are the consonant phoneme minimal pairs that Jacopo provides. So here we can really get into how these phonemes are differentiated among the consonants. So for example here, and those are its own sounds. They might both be voiced, but the position is different. So that is how he kind of sets out how these sounds are different and are minimal pairs. That was a little bit circular, but it is relatively straightforward. And then here you can also see the k and gb here. And then Piki and its vowels. So this is the vowel chart that he provides here. The vowels are phonemic in the sense that they are more variated based off of height. So within Piki, the height of the vowel is how you'll be able to tell that this is a completely different sound from another. It also has one central low vowel, which is the ah here, or ah. And only has 7 vowels. And then Piki also tends to use lexically determined vowel alternation, meaning that these vowels are alternated and they make different words between consonants. So like for example, if we change the consonants between L, or the vowel between L and D, and we change the vowel out for an ah between an E, or I, it would change the meaning of that word. And then tone, according to Jacopo, Piki has 2 distinctive tonemes, high and low. So he kind of gives an example down here of how that changes more lexical and morphological meaning. So bay, on a low tone, bay is by, like by the way, or in a high tone, bay is by, like purchase. So I just thought that was really something interesting, and there definitely is tone within Piki, and within that, the syllable bears the tone. So if it's a multiple syllable word, you'll be able to hear the difference of the high and low tone, and that can change the meaning as well. And then this is the bibliography. I just used the grammar by Jacopo. He's a great author, very straightforward, very explanatory, and I thank you guys for listening. Thanks.